Hi guys, and welcome back to my life. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'm really sorry that there's been no videos for the last couple of days. Two reasons for that. What are we on now? Sunday. Friday night was just pure exhaustion. There was chasing around after meds and confusion with Stephen's doctor's appointment being cancelled, but then he still had his dentist appointment, and we went to go and see Avengers Infinity War as well. Then we went to go and have dinner with our friend Dave, which we quite often do on a Friday evening, and by the end of that I was unfit for anything other than coming home and falling into bed. And then obviously this weekend is the last weekend that we can do tidying and cleaning and stuff. I'm talking to the YouTube thing. Stephen has been on call for this last week, and it's been an absolute nightmare. He has been called out at least twice a night, every single night. And last night I think was the first time that he's managed to get more than a sort of 3 to 4 hour gap between call-outs. So that's another reason we were both completely shattered on Friday night. Obviously, if I'm in the bed with him, I don't have to get up when his call goes off, but it does usually wake me up. And if it doesn't wake me up, then Stephen's swearing that it does. I was expecting a response to that, but I didn't get one. Yeah, so this weekend is also the last weekend that we've got to do all of the preparations for Stephen's folks coming down from Shetland. And scruffy bachelor that he is when I'm not here, there's a lot to be done. So we made hang on. Just move my glass of water out of the way and fetch the lists over. Oops. It went under the chair, but it didn't break. Sorry.
It's alright.
At least it was empty.
Yeah, and it didn't break.
Yeah. So I made us lists. These are the lists of things that need doing. And I assigned some to Stephen and some for myself. Mine has 2 colours on. Red are essential and green are if by some miracle I still have the energy at the end of the weekend to do anything else, then I can do those as well. I already fell behind because I had hoped to get all of the red things done by the end of today, and I haven't cleaned the kitchen yet. I've done a rough tidy round, but not cleaned it by any means. And I was supposed to make cottage pie for us to have for dinner, but I decided that since I still need to clean the kitchen tomorrow, I'll save doing the cottage pie until tomorrow as well. And Stephen went and got us Chinese ticket. But I've done a lot of laundry and made clean dishes, thoroughly cleaned the bathroom. Today we've tidied, Stephen helped me tidy the living room, which I didn't ask him to do, but he decided he was going to help, which was good. We've hoovered, and I've decided that Stephen's hoover is nigh on useless. So fortunately what I actually do is I take the Swiffer around and do all the corners and weird bits and under chairs and stuff with that, and then hoover up the little pile of dust that's left over afterwards. There's only the kitchen rug, the living room rug, which, hang on, Isn't it beautiful? That's the only bit that really needs the hoover properly. Yeah, high tech here. You're propped up against my tea mug. So yes, so tomorrow I have to clean the kitchen and then make cottage pie, which will feed Stephen and I tomorrow, and then we'll feed Stephen for Tuesday as well. And probably, hopefully, also leave a portion in the freezer for some future date when I've not been able to cook for him on a Sunday. I'm not always capable. So we have a plan for most weekends, and that is that we visit Dave on a Friday, and that is takeout night. Apart from occasionally when Dave cooks, but we've come to accept that Friday being the end of the week, Stephen and Dave have both been at work all week, and heaven only knows what I've been up to. But we know that my health is not reliable regardless of whether I've been busy or not. But yeah, so on a Friday, generally neither of them's keen on doing anything other than ordering pizza or curry. And then we watch Harry Bakers or Michael Portillo doing train journeys and talk a load of old toot. And then Stephen and I come home. Then on a Saturday, Stephen cooks dinner, and it's usually some sort of baked fish type product, like herby salmon or something like that, with the type of veggies that you can do in the microwave. So that's good. Steamed veggies is good. And then on the Sunday, Stephen and I together make a big meal. So at some point over the weekend, I'll have written a list of all the ingredients that's necessary. Stephen goes out and buys them, and then we come back, and Stephen does all of the stirring and the lifting of pans, and I chop anything that I can chop. If there's difficult vegetables like turnips or especially tough potatoes, then Stephen chops those. I have a method where I sit on the chair with a big tray in front of me and I chop all of the vegetables sat on the chair, and then I can take them through because I cannot stand long enough to chop the vegetables while I've stood in the kitchen. And we will make something like a cottage pie or a pasta bake or something using that method on the Sunday. And we make 4 servings. So that's Stephen and I sorted on the Sunday night. And then usually I then get taken home on the Sunday night. And then Stephen and I have a couple of days apart. I spend a bit of time with Kelly. Stephen and I do kill each other if we spend too much time together. It's not a pretty sight if we don't get a little bit of alone time, both of us. We can manage for a little while, but you know, over the years we've come to a happy medium where we spend about 4 days of the week together and 3 days of the week apart, and that works. Obviously, we still communicate during that time. We just, don't spend that time together. It means I don't have to listen to his snoring every single night. He's still not responding. And it means that he doesn't have to put up with my fidgeting because various bits hurt every single night. So it works. But because between us we prepared a big meal on the Sunday. It means that he also doesn't need to worry about cooking on the Monday and Tuesday. Which is good. And I always make sure that there's plenty of vegetables in it, even though it will mostly look and taste and smell like meat. Because Stephen's a carnivore. And he's nodding and grinning at that. But if you hide all of the vegetables in amongst the meat, lots of chopped up mushrooms and peas and carrots and things mixed in for a cottage pie, or lots of chopped up peppers and onions and courgettes and stuff in a bolognese sauce or something. Excuse me, eating my hair. Then this pleases me because I fed him vegetables, and it pleases him because it tastes like meat. So that's our methods that we've come up with, and I would say probably 2 weeks out of 3 it works, and on the 3rd week I'm not fit enough to write the ingredients list, or neither of us are fit enough, or Stephen isn't fit enough to help me, and without his help I kind of do it on my own. But 2 weeks out of 3 is better than never. So yes, so tomorrow Stephen has the day off work. I am being left in his house. I'll have a long lie-in in the morning while he goes to the doctor's that he was supposed to go to on Friday, but it was cancelled. And then he's going to go ice skating because it's his day off, so he should go and do something fun. And he finally won't be on call. He's doing a little dance about the concept of not being on call. So so he does doctors, then he does ice skating, and then he's going out for lunch with his friends he's going ice skating with. And then I imagine he's going to come back home and flop around in a chair playing computer games, take me home at some point, and then come back and enjoy being able to sleep without the on-call phone going off every 3 hours. That's making him nod. So yes, yesterday I didn't do a video either because I forgot in among the list of other things. I didn't put it on my list of things I needed to do, therefore it didn't need doing. That's how that works. When there's so much to do that I need to make a list, if it's not on the list it doesn't get done. Sometimes if it is on the list it doesn't get done and it just has to wait. But I'm quite proud of what we've done so far this weekend. And I'm also quite tired, but I'm impressed at how I'm holding up, considering the last week hasn't been the best one for my health, and I've had a few really bad days. Last weekend was particularly awful. I am pleased at how much I have managed to get done, and generally Stephen has been pretty awesome with not minding that every time he goes out and does something he comes back and I've put something new on his list. So I fully expect that the next couple of days are going to be big flop because of how much has gone into this. But at the minute I'm still in that kind of adrenaline fueled, must get things done. So doing okay. but I do need to go to bed. So I'm going to say goodbye now, and hopefully I will remember to see you tomorrow. Yeah, that is all. Night night, everybody.